Welcome YouTube to a starter's guide to Chimera. If you're new to Predecessor and you're looking on who to play, most likely, well guaranteed, you guys automatically have Chimera unlocked. Chimera, when you do pick him, has three things. Pharaoh Ambush, this is what you're going to pick if you're new. He's in the jungle role. So most of the time you're going to pick Pharaoh Ambush. It makes you jump farther. If you're more offensive at jungle, you're going to pick Jungle Invasion. I'll talk about that. And if you're playing offlane Chimera, for offlane you're going to pick Minion Regeneration. Now, Chimera is mainly played as a jungle, and he's a bruiser type. What is a bruiser? It means a jungler that's not soft, doesn't die easy. He has a lot of health. You know, his goal is to jump in and just tank some shots, get people to drop their ults on him. He's pretty much annoying. Now, you're new to the game, right? What do I build? Look at all this stuff. There's all these different crests. Don't worry about them. If you're new to the game, build recommended. Recommended in this game is actually good. It always updates with every patch, and the developers know what they're talking about. Now, is it top tier? Is it going to get you to Paragon? Yes, you could get to Paragon with these builds, but it's not going to, you're not going to beat somebody if, you know, like, they're so optimal up there that you would want to build like them. And if you are interested in building like them, here would be a build by them that shows all the stats on what they build. Screenshot it if you want. Now, other than that, you're going to build recommended all the time. Like I said, if you're new to the game, don't even worry about building like the tough guys, you know, like the top 0.1%. Ignore that. Build recommended. Save yourself the headache. You're going to be good. The character's going to be good. You're going to be fine. You're going to be able to play the character completely okay. So, build recommended. New. Now, the second thing you're going to want to do with Chimera is you're not going to use stealth wards. You're going to use sentry wards now. Sentry wards, what they do is if another character on the map, you know, drops a stealth ward on the ground, if you use your sentry ward, which looks like this, a ward will pop up if it's there, and it will let you melee attack it and delete it, which takes away vision from the enemy. Really good, okay? Alright. That's pretty much the start of Chimera. It's going to look like this. You're going to want to get Sentry. You're going to want to build recommended because you're new to the game. Okay. Now, what is Chimera's abilities? Let's talk about that. And let's talk about what do I level first. Let's first turn off these freaking minions. Going into his abilities, you got Spirit Regeneration, Unleash, Invigorate, Coal, and you got Ambush. Now, here's a more in-depth, if you want to read, thing of all his abilities and what they do. But I'm going to show you what they do. Screenshot that if you'd like. I'm going to level up to level 6 because you get your ultimate at level 6 in this game. Now, you're probably wondering, what do I level first with Chimera? Like, we level every time. Now, you obviously want to take auto skill off. If you probably have it on by now because you're new to the game, but if you take auto skill off, it's going to give you benefits. It's going to allow you to level what you want to level, and most of the time, sometimes it's good to have it on, sometimes it's, most of the time it's bad, okay? Just leave it off. Like, if you're just picking random characters, sometimes it might level an ability that's not even worth leveling right away, and you're going to really butcher yourself, okay? So, here's the spreadsheet of what the top players are picking for the skills. Obviously, if it's at a 96 or 98%, you're going to build that first. Feel free to screenshot this data. This does not change. Unlike the builds change every patch or so, but this does not does not change usually. Usually, most of the time, it's going to stick like this. Screenshot this in case you need it. And let's get into what the abilities do. So starting off with this first ability, Unleash, right? You hit it, you get cloaked in this stuff, right? I'm going to actually turn off my cooldowns real quick for you guys because cooldowns suck, especially when you're trying to show people. And this is his basic attack, you know, but if I hit Q, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, it's like a quick 5 burst, like bop, 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 bop. right? And it does count as a basic attack, but if your items have infected things, like let's say I had build Berserker's Axe or Sky Splitter first, most likely recommended builds Berserker Axe, and I go in and I Q first, it's gonna minus that one hit damage by 75%. So you're going to want to jump in first. And we'll get to that ability here in a second, but that's just a little note that you really need to take away. Second, we have Invigorate. Invigorate, what it does is it heals you, but on top of healing you, it also prevents CC. What is CC? Crowd control. So if you're stunned, rooted, trapped, pulled, anything, if you press this magical button, it takes Chimera out of it. Okay? Sounds cheesy because it is. Really good. So Steel here, if he stuns me, blah, I eat right out of it. This is also going to be really good later, so stay tuned for the end of the video when we get into the jungling of Chimera. I show you a trick to avoid the prime explosion with that move. It's very good. Second move off the bat, well, third move, my fault, is ambush. Ambush is a jump. Allows you to leap to somebody. You can't just leap with Chimera. Like, I can't aim and leap. I have to be targeting somebody. Now, I recommend you change this to Instacast, and the reason why I recommend changing this, not Instacast, Quick Cast, is because if there's two people, and let's say Steel and Sparrow's right here, right? I want to jump on the Sparrow. If I'm aiming, if I have Instacast on and I just click on this ballpark, depending on who's closer, Chimera's just going to jump to them. With click, I can hold the button and aim and then jump on them. But most of the time, you're new, it's going to be on normal, so you're going to have to do this. If you would like to change any of these, you go to settings, you go to gameplay, you know, you find it. Ability cast, and then you go to edit, current hero, cast settings. Edit, and then what this does is allow you to choose if you want quick, normal, default, yada, 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 for that character. Okay? So that's that. And now secondly is your ultimate. Your ultimate ability is a stun. Right? So you go in, boom, you stun them. And what this also does is it does damage, and while they're like that, it grants 5 spirit regeneration stacks for Chimera, right? Now what that does is that increases your HP 5, but with Chimera's passive, you see how I hit somebody? Oh man, I forgot to talk about the passive right away. Oh my goodness. So Chimera's passive, every character has a passive in this game. Passives are usually like not an ability you press, but an ability that works with your character either off basic attacks, off of using abilities, you know. Every character has their own passive. His passive, what it does is every stack you get, it increases his HP 5. At 10 stacks, right? Hopefully I don't get this wrong, my bad. At 15 stacks, when he has 15 of these stacks, he gets a 15% movement speed buff. No, 10% movement speed. I don't know what I'm talking about now. A 10% movement speed buff. Sorry for the confusion. So because I'm over 15, look, you see my feet glow and I run. Now, a basic attack counts as 1 for the passive. His Q also counts as 1 per hit, but his jump counts as 3. His ultimate counts as 5, and his second counts as none. Okay? Okay, so once again, this counts as 1 per hit. Jump counts as 3. Invigorate counts as nothing. And his ultimate counts as 5. Okay? This really increases your HP 5, which allows you to stick around for the fights. This is why he's a bruiser. He's going to build like health items and all that off the recommended. You're going to go in, you're going to hit your abilities, which give you more HP 5. So then you are just, you know, come and kill me, you know, you gotta focus me or I'm gonna eat up your carries. That's pretty much his thing. Now, who is Chimera strong against and who is he weak against? Look at this graph. Chimera is strong against Yuri. It's strong against Countess, Terra, Quang, and Crutch. Those are usually what Chimera stomps on, right? But who is he bad against? He's bad against Boris, Fang Mao, Seraph, Rampage, and Grux. Now, Seraph, Rampage, and Grux is kind of still around the 50% range, so they're like even. So really the only people that are really strong against Chimera that still manage to get past 50% are Boris and Fang Mao. But you see how close it is to 50%? This is why Chimera is so good. Chimera has an insane potential. He's like the most safe pick jungler in the game because he's just that good, you know. Only a couple of people quote unquote counter him by a 2% difference on the top. That's not really a counter, okay? Maybe a little bit. Chimera is a beast in this game. All right? Now, screenshot it if you want it. Screenshot it. Screenshot it. Okay? If you want that graph. Going back into Chimera. You know, usually, like I said earlier, if you're rocking Berserker's Axe or Sky Splitter, which you're going to want to do, but on the recommended build with Berserker's Axe, you're going to jump. You're going to melee first. Then pop your Q. Or your 1, then do this. And then if you get stunned, you 2 out of the stun. Now, or you could jump in, melee off. Melee into 1, and then end with a melee. That would be his most optimal combo in this game. Jump, melee, ultimate, melee, Q, and then melee. Okay? That's the best string, most burst damage he has in this game, flat out. So, yeah, that's pretty much Chimera in a nutshell. Now let's go over to the jungle aspect of Chimera. Where to start, what to prioritize, you know, all that. Look to the map on the right. You can see damage will always be on the right, mana will be on the left. Because Chimera has such fast speed, you can go in and you can go for the mana. So if you want to take an extra risk here, instead of attacking the damage, you could go all the way up. Make sure you have Sentry Ward. I forgot to buy it. You would go to Vision right here. You could go all the way to mana. Now, a good mid would ward. A good off lane would ward. That's why you need Sentry. But, getting into it, you can start here or you're either going to start on damage. And the reason why I told you to come all the way over here is because with Chimera, look how fast I clear this. I can steal this camp. Usually I would knife it. My keybinds are messed up because I just bought a new mouse. But you're going to come over here. See, like, now I can get a free gank on right if right's pushed up. Or I could clear this camp. Doing this sets back their jungle by a ton. It's very important you do this. If you do play Chimera, because it gives you a huge lead. I mean, a ginormous lead compared to their jungler, because now you're going to come this way and you're going to go clear your camps, right? And then by the time you're done clearing your camps, their jungler will be headed to their mana and be like, hey, my mana's missing. So they either have to back or gank, and depending on where your off lane is, your mid lane, they're going to have to back without getting no gold. You're going to be ahead of them really early. And the most important thing as a jungler, other than ganks, because ganks are ginormous in this game, is over on the leaderboard. You see that minion on the fourth row, fourth column? It looks like a minion. That is called your minion score. Now, when you kill a mob, I'm about to kill this big camp. See that? The big camps are worth 7 minion score. Minions are based, well, monsters, they're all different for jungle camps. But if you were in a lane, let's say you're playing mid, let's say you're playing off lane, if you get a last hit on a minion in the gold pasta, as that gives you a bonus. It gives you minion score, pretty much. So that is what funds that. Minion score gives you, pretty much is a way to track if somebody's farther along than you. Pretty much, you're gonna be. So like, if I look at this person, they're a jungler, for instance, which is level 1 somehow, right? If I go look at them, they have 0. Now let's say I'm level 4, they're level 4. Okay, I have 30 creep score, they have 15 creep score. In doing that, that allows me to know I have more gold than them. And having more gold and items than them means I can, you know, get the pick usually, you know? Like if I'm in a fight, I'm gonna win. Oh, I'm gonna die here. Ah, I'm so dead. Don't do that. I thought I had him. Because I am playing bots. But pretty much, you saw how their jungler countered by going for my mana. That is a big thing. So usually when you go to the mana on the right side and their team knows, usually their jungle's going to come to your mana. That's just a little heads up if you do the mana steal strat like I said. But with Chimera, building off the recommended, you're going to build Berserker's Axe, you know, you're going to go right into that. Just build recommended. You're new to the game. Okay? So now that we covered the rotation of the camps, you're going to go damage your mana, and then you're going to go left. So you're going to go either their mana, damage, mana, or damage, mana. And you're going to get all the white camps too. Now, see how I have 2 white camps up and Fangtooth just spawned in. Fangtooth over here is the most important thing in this game other than Orb Prime. If you're a jungler, this is the key right here. Chimera excels on getting these objectives. That's what makes Chimera super strong and really sought after and played a lot, is because every time I hit this, you know, going back to the abilities covered in the beginning of the video, it adds stacks. Those stacks give me more HP 5. Look at my health right now as I attack the Fangtooth. Level 4. I got some items, but you can even have like no items here and you'll still win this and without losing health. So what this does is tell the enemy team at 5 minutes they have to get ready for Fangtooth. If they are not ready for Fangtooth, you yourself are going to come over here and destroy it. Now with the knife on Fangtooth, knife starting out is 500 damage, and then once the knife upgrades, it's going to be 1,000 damage. That's just a little heads up. See how they're pushed up? That'd be a perfect time to gank. But remember, this is just teaching you Chimera. This isn't teaching you how to jungle. I will have an in-depth jungle guide. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Especially hit the ring that bell so you know when videos are coming. See how they're pushed up? Oh, this is free. Alright, so that's what makes Chimera so strong in jungle, is you can invade early because you just clear so fast. You can get to your damage. You could get in, you know, and you have all the pressure in the world. Now, I'm also going to give you a tip for fighting Orb Prime real quick. And that is when you fight Orb Prime's move list is he has a slam. And his big thing is he has this explosive. If you press your ability, what ability is it called? Invigorate, right? Early on him, right before it explodes, you won't get blown back. So it will literally cancel this guy's blowback. And this is what it looks like without it. Alright. Remember, 500 health. Nice. Make sure you guys remember that. And that's what makes Chimera super strong in the jungle. That's his short little jungle guide. Other than that, you're going to be doing basic jungle stuff. Damage, mana. You know, or mana, damage, mana. Invade when you can invade. So, like, if I go over and left, see how left's getting ganked right now? If I went over there and I ganked and I killed their jungler in left, I would invade his red, you know, his stuff over here. You know, I just get rid of it. Or if I know better, I can cut their middle and go over mana, depending on the rotation, you know, and his timer. But that's advanced jungling tips. Pretty much you guys should get the gist of Chimera off of that. His main thing in jungle is strictly objectives. So you're going to clear like usual. You have the potential to go steal. And most importantly, the early objectives. You can survive any objective early in this game. So make sure you prioritize that. If I haven't said it again, if I haven't said it enough, go do that immediately. Alright, you guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next guide.